tell you about the good and the bad, the pharmacy, all that stuff. So today I had an exam, midterm, in one of my classes. This is my lab class, and it was really hard. Like, really hard. And I was feeling really discouraged. I just had it today, so it's kind of just like still fresh in my mind. Like during the test, I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought I really studied like really well, but it wasn't good enough. For the past 2 weeks or so, I don't know what it's been, but I just haven't been able to focus. And you're probably thinking like, well, of course, that's probably why you didn't do so well on your test. But not even like a bad focus, but a focus in a type of like every time I've been like just, trying to, study or trying to do anything even, I've just been wanting to just worship and talk to God. Does that happen to anyone? Like, you just want to just be in the presence of the Lord anywhere you are. I was at Starbucks, and I just wanted to just fall out. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So I was like studying, and then I was like, okay, nice, so like, just focus, you need to study. This is for something else, and that test was fine. But I was like, what is going on in my mind? So I just listened to some Hillsong, and that just was like, whoa. Like, I really want to fall out then. So then, same thing happened last night when studying for this exam that I had today. I haven't received the grade yet, so I really don't know what is going to happen, but I just know that it was really hard and I just felt a little discouraged. However, after the exam, just thinking about it, like, I'm the type of person where after I take a test, like, I'll see a question that I struggle with and I'll like look at my notes to see if I got it right. And I was doing that, and then I just stopped, and then I didn't even just stop, but I got to a point where I couldn't even remember what some of the questions were. And usually that never happens to me. Usually I would remember the question verbatim. Like, I'll be able to recite it to you, recite what A, B, C, and D were. But I couldn't do that, and it just wasn't. And I was like, what is it? I was like, you know what? Maybe this is good. Like, maybe I just don't need to do that. So I didn't do that. I couldn't remember them. So last night when I was trying to study, I got to a point where I got really overwhelmed, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I just had like a tug in my heart, like, just go for a drive. I was actually hungry too, so let me just go grab something to eat. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and about to go grab some food, and I sit in my car, and I just like play some music, and I just hear like Holy Spirit just say, just talk to me, just talk to me. And I was like what? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll pray. Like, I pray all the time. And it's like, no, talk to me. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. So I was sitting in my car, and I just like was just overwhelmed by the presence of the Lord. Like, I can't even explain it to you all, but it was just like I'm here, I'm ready, I'm listening. Tell me what's going on, what's going through your mind. And I'm like, God, you know what's going through my mind. Like, I don't gotta tell you. It's like, talk to me. Like, that's all. It was just talk to me. And I was just like, all right. And I was just like, God, I'm not gonna lie, I trust you, but I'm really overwhelmed right now. I have this exam tomorrow, and I'm scared. Today wasn't a great day. Like, I was really worried about that. And in doing that, I just felt so good, like so much better. And I was like, whoa, what is that? I didn't even go out, I didn't even leave to go get food yet. I'm like sitting in the parking lot in my car, and I'm just like, well, why can't I just do this in my room? Like, why did I have to actually go out and like talk to God? But sometimes like you just have to be separated from a certain situation or environment, I would say. Because in my room studying like how I was before, I was not able to like just sit and talk. Like that wouldn't have happened. And in this journey, in this walk with Christ, like as a Christian, it's like every day is something different. Like these past 2 weeks, I was like even telling one of my friends, I was just like, I don't know what it is, but I just can't focus. I just want to worship God all the time. I just want to pray for everybody. And she was just like, that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You're not crazy. You love God. That's exactly what she said. You love God. And I was like, yeah, but like, wow, I just never really experienced that before. Not saying that I never really like wanted to worship and praise, but usually I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll praise like when I can. But this was like full out, like sitting in Starbucks wanting to just be laid out. And I was like, whoa. Last night after that happened, I was like, wow, God, like, wow. He's like, we always say like God is our best friend, God is our everything, God can like be there for everything, but do we really actually put that to work? Like do we actually do that? And I was like, wow. So yeah, I was talking to God as if he were my best friend. And it was just like, yeah, God, like today was a rough day. I really was just struggling with this, like just going on and on and on and on about my day. And thank God the parking lot was empty, because if someone would have passed by my car, they would have been like, this girl's crazy, let's call security. But thankfully that didn't happen. But what I realized is after that, I was like, I felt so much better. I had so much more confidence and energy to go back to studying and go back to what I was doing and not be overwhelmed. And if you ever think about it, this happens. Like, when we reach out to our friends or family when we're overwhelmed, and talking about it makes you feel so much better. That can happen with God. And I want you to try it, because you feel so good afterwards. I can't even explain to you the feeling, but it was so beautiful to just know, like, wow, I'm not alone. I feel like that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like being at a brand new school, I don't know anyone here. It gets lonely, and I have my friends that I can text or call, or family, but it's different. Before I was like, oh, I want someone like physically here, but God is here. He's always with you. So don't get so caught up in that thinking of like, well, I need my friends, I need this, God is here, God is there, and he will satisfy that overwhelming feeling that I had last night. Talking to him was like, wow, I don't need to be worried about thinking that I'm alone, because I'm not alone. God is right here with me. And it was like sitting in my car, it was just like, wow, God, you are truly amazing. So my encouragement to you is like, if you feel like you are alone or you're having a rough day and you can't talk to anyone, please talk to God. I know you've probably heard that before and you're just like, well, I've tried that and I don't hear anything. But really reach out and just talk like passionately. Sometimes when we're talking, we're just like, oh, well, God, I pray for healing, I pray for peace, I pray for this. But God is just like, talk to me. I want to hear what's going on with your day. I want to be able to know what you're thinking. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know if today was a bad day or if it was a good day. Tell me about it. So, and doing that will just really just give you so much peace and comfort. So anyway, after taking my extremely difficult exam today, before, I started to get discouraged, and then I thought about last night. I thought about the encounter that I had. I thought about the time that I spent with God and the peace and the comfort that I felt after that. And I was like, you know what? Regardless of how I do on this exam, regardless of how I feel, God is still good. And like I always said, he was the one who put me here, so he has a purpose and he has a plan. It might not be my purpose and my plan, but I want him to fulfill it how he needs to fulfill it. So I wasn't discouraged, because after last night I was like, you know what, God's gonna take care of me. If God can tug at my heart and be like, talk to me, he can surely, do anything. But I just remember when I was discouraged today, I remember how I felt last night when I felt the peace of God just in my heart when after I spoke with him. So really, it was like, Danicia, you don't have to be discouraged. You don't have to be worried. You do not have to be scared, because God's going to take care of you. And he's going to take care of you too. Wherever you are, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever situation that you're in, whether it be school, a job, looking for a job, or just a new phase of your life where it's different and it's scary, reach out to God. Talk to him. He really wants to hear how your day's going. He really wants to know how you're feeling. And I promise you, you're going to feel so much peace and just comfort in that alone. I really encourage you guys to just trust God. These past 2 weeks have been something different for me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what God is trying to share. But listen to him. Be obedient to the Holy Spirit. So I was so convicted last night, because I realized that God is the one who gives me my schedule. God is the one who has allowed me to have all these opportunities to even be busy. But yet, here I am, in turn using his blessing as an excuse to not be obedient, to not worship, to not pray. And it's like, wow. I was so convicted last night when that just came on me. Everything that I have, everything that I'm doing is all because of God. But then yet I say, no, God, I'm too busy to worship you. I have to study. I have class. I have all this stuff. And it's like, but Danicia, who gave you that opportunity? Who even allows you to be busy? And I was like, oh my gosh. So I really encourage you, whatever it is that God needs you to do it. Whatever it is that he wants, give it to him. Because everything that you have, all the excuses that you're making, you wouldn't even have had that excuse if God didn't give you that blessing, that opportunity. I wanted to share that with you. For any students who might have had a hard exam, or just anyone going through life and you had a bad day, talk to God about it and allow him to be that comfort and peace for you, because he really will. He really will. So that's all for today. I will try to keep you updated. There's so many vlogs that I want to share, and if you guys have anything that you want me to vlog about, any questions or anything that you want me to share in my videos, please let me know. I have no problem letting you guys know or answer any questions that you guys might have. So you can just share it below or email me. All that info is in my bio. And I really hope that you guys have a great day. And as always, be his masterpiece. Bye, everyone.